Ladies and gentlemen, we back here with another one, balling on another level. And boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. Let's go ahead and get this out the way at this time. Like,
uh,
comment, share.
please do that.
This,
Please,
please do that.
please.
This is about to be a discussion. As you see, I'm a little down right now.
Cheer up. Cheer up.
I'm a little
don't
down
get down.
right
Don't get
now.
down now. Don't get down now. And I don't want it be. I don't want it to be because you say that you didn't know. No, you knew
We
because
go,
I
we go.
told you. because I told you. But look, before we get started, though, I do want to
Hmm.
make sure that I just send this message out to all of our subscribers and the people that's been tuned in to the show. Please forgive us for not posting a video last week. We've been dealing with some technical difficulties,
Indeed.
but we back at it. We back at it like a crack addict. You know what I mean? We definitely um, have been trying to keep up and just get things better and fix them and get them right. But what not a better time than to come back after this moment here. So
So it's your
yeah,
boy P Way back again. We got TP Way the Giant,
yes
and our
sir.
other co-host Biz couldn't make this episode, but he will be back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and get this show started.
Yeah.
Post game reactions.
Woo!
You
Yo,
want to go first on this, or you want me to go
I don't
ahead and
mind. I don't
just?
mind at all. I don't mind to go first at all. I just want to say, I just want to say, listen, man. I tried to
Mm-hmm.
warn everybody. I did my best. I did all I could do, trying
Mm-hmm.
to warn everybody that
Mm-hmm.
there is better out there,
Mm-hmm.
and that Colorado should be saluted. They should be appreciated
Absolutely.
for the first three games. Because let's be honest, there was a question mark on even if they could win those three games. And they shut a lot of doubters up. We're not going to take that away from them. But I tried to warn everybody that there is better out there, there is faster out there is stronger out there. And I kept saying, wait until we played Oregon.
You did. You did.
And this is the results of playing those better teams. I think it was a humbling experience for not only the Colorado Buffs and the coaching staff, but it was also a humbling experience for the fans.
Hmm.
A lot of y'all were chirping and talking big money.
Well,
So
well, that's because a lot of the fans are casual fans. Number one, all right, they're not real football fans. So a lot of their opinions was based off the hype, the news story, the headlines. They didn't really understand what we were going to see um, come a couple hours ago. So that's what I think took place and why a lot of people think the Bucks were going to win. And I'm going to say I was one of them. Even though I call myself a top football analyst, but I think that's why. I don't think it's necessary just because people actually really understand the game.
right, right, and I agree. I agree. I don't want to. I don't want to take away from some certain guys.
Right.
Um, I don't think there was a standout player in this game, to be honest with you, and I
For
think that was
Colorado,
for
absolutely,
Colorado.
absolutely not. I think the
And I
only highlight I would give, Shiloh made some nice, some great contact on a couple of his hits. Other than that, I didn't see anything. There's nothing to highlight here.
yeah, and,
An interception, that was a gimme interception though. But other than that, yeah, I
yeah.
don't see much.
I definitely think after this performance and after exposing
Hmm.
the Colorado Buffs, I think there now is a question into is Shador going to be considered or not even just considered, because he still may be considered, but is he going to win the Heisman? Do you have to beat these type of teams or show some type of dominance versus these type of teams to win the Heisman?
To answer, yeah, definitely. You definitely have to put on more than what he did today. And let me say this: it wasn't Shador's fault. Okay, everything wasn't on him. The offensive line was terrible, and I don't care what kind of quarterback you have out there. If you don't have time, you don't have time. There were some couple of plays he could have done better, throwing it out of bounds. We saw the replays when they showed the routes of what he was looking at, and the pressure he was facing. There was nowhere to throw the ball. So I can't take that from Shador. I can't take that from him. But at the end of the day, when we're talking Heisman, we need stats, we need numbers,
and competition.
Competition matters. So had he played a great game, it'd been 42 to even like 28 or something.
Yeah.
To where the offense was doing something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is all Shador's fault. I'll make that clear.
But
I do think, man, examining this game, I really felt like Oregon was a nightmare matchup.
But it's not to cut you off, but what's funny about what you just said?
Right.
Look behind me, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm a New York Giants fan. And what you just said is the exact reflection of what we're dealing with the Giants. It's that without an offensive line, no matter where you're playing, without an offensive line, you just cannot perform.
Right.
And a quarterback cannot shine without an offensive line. So I think, we give them credit for the first 3 games for being better than what we expected up front.
Right.
But it's levels. It's levels, and it definitely showed.
Right. And back to the game, right? There's levels to it, and it definitely showed that Oregon is on a different level, right? And what I saw out the game, I do not think it's necessarily because they're playing harder competition. I think it is that, but because I think TCU is still a good football team. I think Nebraska is a solid defensive team, which they scored 36 points on. And Colorado State, no, that shouldn't have been that close, right? They do have some offensive players, though, in Colorado State who made their name. But what I saw today was, like I said, a matchup nightmare. The speed was crazy. Once again, Coach Prime has openly admitted that he needs about 8 more dogs. And he's talking high-level profile players to really change.
After today, he needs a little bit more than 8.
Yeah. I see about 8. I can still see about 8. We got to, and it's definitely in the interior. It's definitely in the interior.
Right. So 8 offensive line, defensive line. That's 8 right there.
And I think that changed this game. Right there. That's where the game was killed. The running back was, man, they could have ran the ball. They could have ran the ball every single play. And they would have won this game 35-0.
What about the secondary?
The secondary, it needed some improvements, but I don't think that, once again, I don't think that was the meat of it. Had they had pressure,
I get you.
On both sides. And that really pushed it. But let's talk about the storyline behind the storyline, right? Because
we get into the drama.
Yeah, let's get into the drama.
Let's get into the drama. I want
to make sure I get the coach's name right. Oregon's coach is Dan Lanning, correct?
Yeah,
it's Dan Lanning. So let's get him. Let's talk about that.
This game isn't going to be played in Hollywood.
Dan Lanning's comments.
It's going to be played on the grass.
Let's talk about the speech. Let's unravel this. So his comments he made, he talked about Colorado, and he basically said those comments that you made. This isn't Hollywood. We're going to play on the grass. That was a
It
bar.
isn't about clicks.
That was a bar. And this is not about clicks, right? This is about the game, and these are shots. Let's be clear. These are shots. Now let's unravel the shots. I have no problem with anything he said. I have absolutely no problem. I'm a head coach of a football team who is getting no press. All the press is on prime time, rightfully so. Rightfully so. It's on Coach Prime in Colorado. And he's like, hold up. Hold up. They coming to play at Eugene, we're Oregon, and he has to deliver a speech to move his players beforehand.
Let me ask you this.
I have no problem.
Let me ask you this, because I'm feeling different energy right now.
No, not at all.
Do you agree with any of his comments?
I agree with all of it. I'm gonna say that. I agree with all of it because I'm really looking at it from a coach's perspective. And when Deion gave that message out that it's personal, you now have opened the floor for opponents to grab that message and give it to their players. So we talked about it last week. Colorado State, we got to understand now, they're going to get everybody's best because of all the attention.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
Yep.
So
there's two sides to that coin.
There's two sides
of it. Very true.
So I have no problems with Dan Landy's comments of really coming at Colorado and saying, no, we're going to make sure they understand that we're on a higher standard. We're not doing this for the clicks. We're doing this for the win. And we are going to apply pressure.
That boy was spitting. I'm not going to lie to
you.
I'm not going to lie to you. Hey, and it's crazy. I'm not even sure. I haven't heard Coach Prime's pregame speech.
Mm-hmm.
All three games, I have heard Coach Prime's pregame speech. Mm-hmm. This is the one game where I haven't heard anything yet. But I did hear his. Mm-hmm. And when I heard that, I said, as a player, you are ready to run through a brick wall at that point.
We have to respect it. We have to respect this comment.
You have to respect it.
What I also respect, I was watching the build-up to this moment. And all week, Dan Landy has been giving nothing but respect to Colorado.
That's what's up.
Nothing but respect to Coach Prime.
That's what's up.
But at the end of the day, it was wartime. And then after the game, he handled that perfectly. He said, we won the game. We're moving on. You know why? And we played to our standard. And he said, I hope all those people that were tuning in are still tuning in. He's doing the right thing, turning the eyes to his program. You can't hate on that.
Now, when I ask you, do you agree with the comments, I was kind of hinting at the fact of what do you say to the people that think that Colorado is more clickbaitish than they are talent? You know, do you believe that they are more flash than they are talent, than they are a football team?
I think they are who they are. And that's not I'm
Michael
not running.
Jackson. He's running right around this one. Oh my God. No. You're gonna answer this question. I'm not gonna allow you to dance around this one. No, the spotlight is on you. And I'm glad, you know what? This is the good thing about this is Biz is not here.
Media trainer, huh?
Yeah, to help you deflect through this. No, you're gonna answer this question directly, and we're gonna get the truth out of you, sir. Now,
all right, ask that again.
Do you think there is some truth, because there's talks now? There are people who believe that Colorado is more of the flash, the paparazzi, the clicks, as he said, than they are a football team, than they are a talent. What do you say to that? Do you believe that to be true? Do you believe there is truth to it? Talk to me.
So this goes back to what I said before directly. There's casual fans and there are football analysts, people who
Okay.
actually know football. To the casuals, yes. No, no. To the casuals, yeah. To the casuals, yes. So the casuals watch the game and they're overhyping Colorado and all that stuff. You're doing too much. All right, guys. This is a program who's won one game last year.
Okay.
This is the first season of a turnaround. I started the season by saying they're going to win what 4 to 6 games, and I said
Right.
that's a win for them. Period. I said next year they'll get better because people they're coming. People are coming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I see that.
yeah, the recruits are coming. So to the casuals, yes, but to football fans, realistically, I'm not shocked by this performance. Although my heart, yes, I pulled for the Buffs to win. I
Right.
thought their offense would do way more because Oregon's defense to me is not all that. And I think they will be exposed as the season goes on. Mark me on that. But yeah, to answer your question, so yes and no directly.
Yes and no. Boy. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Okay, if we want to do majority, because a lot of people don't know football, to
No,
answer
I
your
just want to
question,
go with your opinion. Your
my
opinion.
opinion, are
What do
they
you believe?
overhyped? Yes. Because we're looking at the media and everything, yes.
They're definitely overhyped, and for more reasons than one.
Mm-hmm.
This was just, this kind of just exposed it. And this is not me to say that I do not believe they're not going to get there. I think Dion has a point when he says that they're coming. I do believe that they're coming. I always said that. I just believe that it's not going to happen the
Mm-hmm.
first year, this year. But I definitely think he has some truth into his speech. There was a lot of clicks and more focus on advertisement
Mm-hmm.
than there was product on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, if they were really like that, there shouldn't been a battle with Colorado State. But just 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 because there's so many people who want to see Coach Prime and the Buffs succeed, I think there was definitely overhyped to it. I'm gonna also say this. This is how I know there was overhype, and this is something that kind of gets under my skin.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on social media, and there's the comment going around, and I know it's just jokes, but people make the statement, "Oh man, Coach Prime turning Colorado into an HBCU." All right, slow down,
Mm.
slow down. That's taking it too far for me personally,
Mm.
because I am still my mind and heart is still with the HBCU culture slash JSU. But I'm also understanding that there is a new road to this journey that Coach Prom is on. And I get that. But what I'm not going to hop on a bandwagon of and support is the disrespect and the underplaying of HBCU culture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what Coach Prom does with the Colorado Buffs, and we're clearly fans of Coach Prom and want him to succeed. But I don't care what he does. Colorado will never be a HBCU, respectfully. Um, HBCUs are HBCUs. What you get at HBCUs is bigger than what you get on a football field.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you're talking football, it is a total different experience. So um, when we talk about being overhyped, let's not overhype them so much that we start clowning on something as important as our HBCU culture and things of that nature. Because I
Mm-hmm.
just seen that, that joke kind of spitting around, whatever, and that rubbed me the
To
wrong way.
tag on that, and yeah, I understand that, but I agree with you. That's not happening.
Wow.
That's not going to happen. If these were HBCUs, there'll be 10 times more black coaches, black staff, owners. That's what we're really talking. You can, that's what it's about with the NFL down to the college level. It's putting black people in ownership, not just as a player or a coach. That's the
Right.
truth, right? And then also, there was a Oregon fan I saw that had a sign up that that talked about if my coach has 10 toes is what the sign said. And
Oh,
he brought that, an Oregon fan. I don't know if he was removed from the game, they removed the sign. I would hope so, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was allowed to have that sign there. He got in with it. But once again, I do know this. That's not happening at a HBCU. I do know that.
and
And
then
I'll leave that there.
okay, I got you,
I'll leave that there. And that touches to your point. So
and I know we'll probably touch on this at a later date, but speaking of the fans and the crowds, that's another different experience in its own.
mm-hmm.
How college students these days, are getting talked to from the crowd is crazy. It's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, So, but yeah, back to that point of being overhyped. For sure, they are overhyped, but I
Mm-hmm.
also think it is a master plan.
Mm-hmm.
I think Coach Sanders knows that the more attention, the more notoriety, the more clicks. You got to understand, this is a marathon and not just a
Absolutely.
race. So when
Absolutely.
those recruits, when they start making those rounds for those recruits, there's going to be coaches that's going to be even more mad because they know, like Coach Sanders says, they are coming. You know what I mean? They know that. So
Absolutely.
like you say, there is two sides to the coins of um, the notoriety and the clicks and things of that nature.
Now to touch on that, there's another aspect of I'm starting to realize. I've been realized once Nick Saban came out, before Colorado even started training camp, I believe.
Yeah,
Before they
that
started practice.
that showed a lot. Yeah,
Right. So let's talk about it. Our coach is jealous. Let's talk about that because I'm listening to Dan Lanner's comments, and although valid, when I look at Colorado State's coach's comments, and now I'm looking at Dan Lanny's comments, there's a feeling behind this movement. And I think there's a lot of layers to it, but are these coaches jealous on the Coach Prime effect?
Ray Charles can see that. Ray
Mm-hmm.
Charles can see that. These coaches are jealous, and they know that he's shaking up the NCAA. They know it.
Right.
Matt Rule was another coach in Nebraska who was
Mm-hmm.
kind of taking his jabs.
Mm-hmm.
These coaches know that Coach Sanders, when that transfer portal comes next year, that they are in trouble. They know
Exactly.
that, and that's what it really comes and stems from. They have to do their due diligence now on their end. They have to talk trash now, and they have to win in order to.
And I was just going to say that the best thing a university can do to combat the Coach Prime effect is what Oregon did today.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to show your
100%.
players that you're willing to stand up, stand down, and you're confident yourself, and you believe in your program yourself, and you can find
100%.
all of that right here, like
Yep.
like the coach did today. Because if
Yep.
you don't, and you let Colorado beat you,
Yeah.
they're already killing you in promotion. They're killing your
Yeah.
market. You're not going
Yeah.
to win that.
Yep.
You better win between those lines. Because guess what? When your season's over, you see half your locker room leave.
Yeah.
It's real.
The best thing, this is how it's probably gonna go. If I'm Oregon, this is what I got. Hey, look, guys. Y'all know we get a jersey for every practice, every game.
Right.
Now,
Right.
Colorado, Colorado, they have 2-3 guys that they're trying to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
They have Shador,
Mm-hmm.
Shiloh, and Travis.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get the attention that you deserve if you go over there. That's why we were able to beat them because we knew that. But if you stay here, we all shine and we all
Mm-hmm.
play together and we're all fighting for the
Mm-hmm.
big dance. They're not going to get there just yet. They
Yep.
are about the clicks. We we are about the wins, and we're going to guarantee that you get the notoriety for get you in the league, and that you participate in those big games. That's an argument.
They're pulling all that. They're
You know what
definitely
I
pulling
mean?
all that.
You have a defense now.
Mm-hmm.
These other teams, though, these lower tier teams that may not can't beat Colorado, or may not have that defense. What can you do and say?
You don't have much because Colorado is a beautiful campus. And they're
You
showing
don't
that
have much,
you have a NFL Hall of Famer. I mean, you have Deion Sanders,
right?
Coach Prime. So it's over.
Yeah, exactly,
It's over.
exactly.
And that's what they realized, like you said. And I saw Phil Knight, Nike's owner. I saw him at the game.
Oh
Even though
yeah,
he sponsored Oregon and Colorado, but yeah, he made sure to make a point to go see himself with Deion. He about these numbers.
oh yeah. Best believe,
He's about these numbers. He's
best
been with
believe,
he's been with Oregon shoot forever. He's about these
best believe.
numbers.
So all this said and done, I don't really
Mm-hmm.
think it's even a point to really go top to bottom about the game.
No, yeah,
It
yeah.
was a total
It
ass
was a
whooping.
domination. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
effort.
it was a
Yeah,
domination.
we don't have to
That's
talk about that.
pretty much all you got to know. But I think from here,
Mm-hmm.
you experienced your first loss.
Mm-hmm.
The momentum is no longer on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Colorado go from here?
Unfortunately, next week they got USC.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's
That's what
gonna
I'm saying.
be whoo.
If y'all
That's
think
gonna
Caleb
be a
Williams is not
game.
coming to put a nail in that Heisman coffin,
Mm-hmm.
y'all got another thing coming.
And especially when we go to not having Travis Hunter for another week.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the question. Where do they come from here? Where do they go from here? You know?
You have to really show people now that you can compete. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When the New York Giants played the San Francisco 49ers without Saquon Barkley, everyone kind of expected
Mm-hmm.
for San Fran to whip up on the Giants. Now that everyone expects USC to just demolish Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
y'all have to put something out there on the field to where it says, no, we're something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we not too far away. Yeah, we not there yet,
Right.
but we have something. And I think
after today,
that,
there's a lot of holes.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
And I think you do want to go out there and you kind of want to just put that notion out there, put that president out there, that look, yeah, we just took a bad loss, but you don't want to be the team that is totally exposed by the better teams. Go put up a fight now. Go put up a fight. Go put up a fight. That I think that's where you go from here, and then you could build off of that alone to the rest of the games.
Definitely go play to win, and I like that. I feel like their team gave it all they got versus Oregon. I didn't see too much like letdown, too much dragging of defeat. No, they played with energy, and they kept playing. They just went against a better team and a better game plan in my eyes. So the same thing versus USC. You got to play to win. You know, you got to cancel out this week, move forward, and now there's much more motivation because let's be real. There was a lot of hype, a lot of energy, a lot of clicks, and a lot of that was felt, in the locker room. It's well known that all their stuff is documented. It's well known that they're constantly under cameras. So sometimes these losses can actually do more benefit for the program and for their season. as they go forward.
It's known. It's a fact that you are. It's a lot easier to play as an underdog. You know, what do you have to lose?
Right.
You know, when I was just watching a documentary, the Johnny Manziel documentary, and when they faced Alabama.
Yep.
What do you have to lose? You know, it's really, even when you go back to when they played Colorado State.
What do we have to lose?
What do we have to lose?
They expect us to lose.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They expect us to lose. So look, let's go for it. So I mean, hey, that like you said, that is a benefit. But let's see, man. 2 massacres in a row is kind of a hard pill to swallow. So we'll see. We'll see.
Shedeur versus Caleb next week. Is that about to look like Bo Nix versus Shedeur this week, or is it about to look 10 times worse?
And I hate that this is going to happen. But like I said, Caleb Williams is going to put the nail in the coffin of that Heisman debate. That might be an underlying motivation. I don't know how his brain truly thinks, but I think what's going to happen, and not really because of Shedeur's fault, but just because of the team that Caleb is on and that Shedeur is on. Right. Caleb is going to go in there and he is going to ball out.
Yeah.
Especially after this performance, I don't think I could say that Shedeur is going to do the same. And again, I'm not even taking away from Shedeur because I feel like Shedeur is him. I feel like he is a problem. He makes good throws. If you switch those two, if you put Shedeur on USC,
right,
I would be saying the same thing about Shedeur.
I love that point.
You know what I mean? So this is not really to take away from him. This is just circumstance, unfortunately, that it is.
Right, and I'm gonna echo that. I expect Caleb Williams to have a 4 touchdown, 5 touchdown performance. Probably get pulled by the 3rd or 4th quarter, depending on, because Colorado's defense hasn't shown that they're going to be consistent. So I'm not going to act like they're going to be consistent versus USC. And with the offensive struggles, there's just so many things that need to be answered.
Yeah.
Can it be a competitive game? Yes. It's likely not to be. So I'm expecting Shedeur to probably throw 2 touchdowns. I'm expecting the offense to be better, but they're going up against a better defense.
Yeah.
And a better offense in my eyes.
Not
a better offense, but yeah.
You know, these are the guys right here. You know, USC. Oregon, don't get me wrong. Oregon is a problem, and Oregon is like, whoa. But USC are the guys that, you know, are supposed to be the guys.
It's really sad not to see Travis Hunter, man, go against Jerry Rice's son. And versus Caleb Williams. It would have been really entertaining, and we definitely are losing out on the battle, especially if Williams leaves next year and we never get a chance to see it on the collegiate level.
I'm glad you brought up Travis Hunter. The people were kind of on it during this game. You know, Travis Hunter, he's at home recovering. Do you think that there is anything to Travis Hunter playing 2K, being on Twitch while the game is occurring? Do you take anything from that?
Boy, man, we're in 2023. We're on 2023, man. I think times have changed, and
I don't like it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it. I don't like it. I tried.
I danced around that again. I was dancing.
I don't like it, man. Especially because it's publicly.
Yeah.
It's one thing to say, you know, I'm chilling. I ain't really, you know, I watched the first quarter or whatever. Like, I know it's about to be over or whatever. And then, like, people don't know what you're doing.
But is the game on in the background? Like, is one TV have 2K on, the other TV has?
I can't speak to facts, but the
Mm-hmm.
reports is basically like, look, he on Twitch playing 2K. Like that's a fact. He's talking to us on Twitch playing 2K right
Oh
now. And I
man,
know that's where he
yeah.
makes his bread and all of that, but
Right, right.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it because it's not just about you, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that, you gotta really put out there that you are for your dogs out there.
Right, right.
I'm for y'all, man. I'll do this Twitch thing another time, but I'm gonna watch y'all till it's 0-0-0. Me personally, I'm not on the Colorado Buffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on balling on another level. And I
Mm-hmm.
still watch that ass kicking from from the beginning to 0-0-0. So there, and like I said, even if you choose not to,
Right.
you gotta at least not
Yeah,
put it on Front Street.
yeah, it's wild.
Show the world I'm not watching it.
Right, right. You can't be on 2K with
You
LeBron
can't be on,
throwing lobs while your team getting straight murdered. Bo Nix
man.
looking like a Heisman.
That's not a good look.
The Oregon Ducks is smashing the prime time clock and
Yeah,
all that. Yeah,
yeah.
you can't
You
do that.
can't, nah,
And you
man.
chilling on 2K.
Nah, man.
Fans
Like,
commenting, hey man. Fans in the chat, hey man, you looking at the score right now? And you
yeah.
chilling. I get you with that. I get you with that. But that's the day and age of where we're at. That's the day and age of where we're at. Man, so this is a hard one, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is a hard one, and I think that just the energy around the team, we were all supporting
Yeah. The
Colorado,
momentum
even
definitely
though
shifted.
the momentum. So we all
Yeah.
just wanted it to keep going. I love seeing people prove wrong, but
That just reminded me, man. Message to the Colorado Buff supporters / fake fans / real fans. Guys, don't be so quick to turn on greatness.
please.
There is no way that he was great one week and nothing the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be the person. Clearly, clearly we all are technically bandwagons.
Mm-hmm.
But do not be the person to give up on greatness because the story isn't going the way you expected it to go or
In
you
prime,
wanted
we
it to go.
trust. I'm still there. In prime, we trust.
Understand that it's a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Understand it's a marathon. I was texting you
Mm-hmm.
throughout the game, and you kept saying, "Yo, the game ain't over." You know what I mean? We about to make a comeback second half. I'm like, yo, P, man, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
But I salute the mindset and the energy. You know what I mean? I knew you knew it was a wrap, but nah.
Mm-hmm.
And you behind Prime, you with Prime, you with the
Exactly.
Buffs. So you can't. I hate getting on the the timeline and I see everybody clowning them, but then when they're great, you like your energy is different.
Energy
Y'all
is
gotta
different.
come on, y'all. Y'all gotta
Stay
pick a
consistent.
side. Stay
Yeah.
consistent, man.
Stay consistent.
Stay consistent.
It's okay.
You know,
Either side you want. Just stay to you. You know what I'm saying? Be you. Stay consistent.
Yeah. We can't get mad at whatever side you want.
Mm-hmm.
But just be real about it.
Just be real.
Don't hop on the wave. But
Definitely.
yeah, man. So I definitely think that it was a momentum killer, but it definitely isn't over. It isn't over. And this is something that, is going to be a part of the journey, not the journey.
There you go, man. You couldn't have said that better. I wouldn't call Dan Lanning's words as it being a Cinderella story. I wouldn't go that far with it.
He did say that. He was snapping, bro.
Yeah.
He was snapping at that.
And that's what I'm talking about, the coach's jealousy, personal vibes, and also understanding that he has to motivate his team. So I think he did a great job disguising his personal feelings. But
also we have to commend grown men being professionals at this.
Definitely.
We over, through our years, we've seen the ignorance when
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the game, the coach may not go and shake your hand because they're hurt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or, there may be a little pushing and shoving. Salute to these coaches for stepping up to the challenge and like professionals and grown men, showing sportsmanship and being true class acts.
Right, because all the other stuff y'all see, that's just the media. There
Yeah,
was so many times, even throughout the game, it was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see this handshake." Like they were
yeah,
doing
yeah,
so much. It was so
yeah,
corny,
yeah, yeah.
and
I agree.
y'all got to understand the media has an agenda. They're going to. I guarantee you right now that his halftime speech, they're taking that snippet
Yeah.
and it's going everywhere.
Oh yeah,
I
for
don't even
sure.
got to look. I guarantee
For
it's
sure.
been replayed so many times. It's on every outlet, and they're probably going to take the one piece about basically Colorado's is about the clicks and not about the wins. They're probably going to go crazy on that.
For sure.
Man,
Biz, man. Look, I know you got the ducking, I know you got the hiding, man, but you didn't escape this, all right? We definitely, we
right.
definitely owe you, all right? And you didn't escape it like you thought you did, man. But um, next, recording,
Mm-hmm.
we definitely going to keep the consistency going, keep it rocking. Um, again, I don't think I could say this enough. Thank you all, man, for just showing some type of support and love in any way.
Mm-hmm.
We just getting this thing started, and we gonna really keep it going. We got
That's
a lot of
right. That's
stuff in
right.
store, and we gonna get it rocking.
You got anything coming this week on your Giants channel?
Yeah. TP Way the Giants YouTube channel. As y'all know, that is something that I do, and that's something I believe in. Y'all can see in the background. Um, I'm pushing out content like never before.
Mm-hmm.
I even jumped into the reel. I know people been getting at me, and I've been receiving a lot of attention for the little reels and things of that nature. But if you are into the National Football League, and if you are a Giant fan or hater, that is the spot for you. We definitely keep it going. And P, we gotta get you on the show again, man.
Oh
Cause
yeah, you already
yeah,
know. Say
we
less.
enjoyed that one.
Say
So
less. I think the last show was a little rough for me. Panthers taking that L, but that was preseason, so we good. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
on there.
yeah, yeah.
I'm on there.
Yep.
Well, to wrap it up, go ahead. You got something else?
Now I was getting ready to ask you, man.
Mm-hmm.
The streets is kind of waiting for your channel to be popping off, man. They wanted you to do a Panther joint, you
Yeah.
know.
So especially balling on another level. We have a lot of intangibles to our show. So um, there's some vlogs coming out soon. There's some vlogs coming out soon. I have a big visit tomorrow. I'm going to see the Panthers versus the Seahawks. I got some visits with some MLB games and some more college football games. So uh, watch out for the vlogs. We get y'all access to how the environment. I want y'all to see
Mhm.
the environment of these stadiums and these different stadiums across the nation. So
Right.
we're gonna make sure y'all in tune and keep coming. We got another show coming out midweek where we talk about all the big games coming up. I
Yeah.
know a big game I'm trying to get on right now is go see Notre Dame versus Ohio State. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. So yeah, we just want to thank all y'all, all your support, all the viewers at this time. Hit that bell, comment, like, share. It's been another episode from Balling on Another Level. Peace.
Peace.